Hello and welcome to the national debate. I'm Madhavdas G. Viewers, after Karnataka and Maharashtra, Rahul Gandhi's Vote Chori saga has now reached the state of Haryana. Rahul Gandhi claims that there were 25 lakh fake voters in Haryana and dropped the H-bomb after he claimed that a Brazilian model voted 22 times across 10 booths during the assembly polls. Escalating the attack, Rahul claimed that several BJP leaders cast votes across multiple states, and according to him, this is how Congress's eminent win in the state was stolen by the BJP. However, the Election Commission has rejected all these claims. The ECI has questioned Rahul Gandhi, asking what Congress's BLAs were doing at the polling booths if these allegations were true, and why no objections were raised by the party during the voter list revision. Now, Times now conducted a thorough investigation into Rahul's claims and the revelations from the real voters on his 101% proof of vote chori do raise questions on the legitimacy of Rahul's charges. Nevertheless, there's a growing demand to fix accountability in the poll panel as well. But Rahul didn't stop with Haryana. He made similar allegations of vote chori in Bihar, even before a single vote was cast in the state. So is Congress already conceding defeat in Bihar, or will the tremors of this H-bomb be felt in the ongoing Bihar elections and upcoming poll battles? Or has the ship of vote chori narrative already sailed? Joining us for more on this here in our studio is R.P. Singh, National Spokesperson of the BJP. We have Shweta Priya, National Spokesperson of JDU. Ishkaran Bhandari is with us. He's an advocate of the Supreme Court. Ashutosh Mishra, a senior journalist, joining us. With us also is Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan, National Spokesperson of RJD. We have with us Prateek Som, National Spokesperson of the JJP, as well as advocate of Supreme Court. Vivek Sailas is National Spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Let me quickly take you across to the various charges that have been made by Rahul Gandhi and the counters to that as well. Rahul Gandhi has come out to say that 25 lakh fake voters were there in Haryana. He's also gone on to say that Brazilian model voted 22 times from 10 booths, further adding that 1 in 8 voters in Haryana are fake. He's also added that 3.5 lakh voters were deleted. Most of them were Congress's voters, is his charge. He's further added that 1 photo, 1 assembly, but 100 votes by 1 woman. Also going on to say that EC doesn't remove duplicate voters to help the BJP. Also going on to add, there were no polls in Haryana but theft. Also going on to say that Election Commission destroys CCTV footage to mask voter chori. He's also added that voter list was given at the last minute to kill democracy. BJP leaders voting in both UP and Haryana is another charge that has been made. But what do the facts show? We went on ground to verify the claims to the very areas, to the very voter ID cards and entries that were talked about. Rahul's claim is that the Brazilian model is Gunya. The fact check is that Gunya is already no more. Let's go on to the next fact check. Rahul's claim is that Pinky is the Brazilian model. Pinky's ID had her real photo when we went and met her. Let's go across to another claim that has been made. Let's quickly bring that up on the screen. Yes, this is it. Brazilian model is Bimla is the claim. When we went to Bimla, her ID had her real photo in it. Let's also look at the other claim that the Brazilian model is another person by the name of Anjali. Anjali came out to say that her pic was faked. Now, this is what we are seeing as far as Poonam, as the Brazilian model is Poonam's claim is concerned. Poonam shows her real ID card. Now, Rahul's also said that when it comes to an individual called Arun, his vote was stolen. Arun says he had voted himself. There's also another charge of bulk voting. Hundreds registered at one address. We went on ground and found out that this is just a plot of land that has been divided over decades within the same family between siblings, grandchildren, so on and so forth. 66 voters at a BJP Neta's home was the claim that Rahul Gandhi made. We went on ground and found out that there were actually 23 voters at this Neta's home. Therefore, there are some questions that arise out of all of this. Isn't this the biggest case then for the S.I.R? There's also the question of who takes onus for the discrepancies that have been pointed out. No complaints, no action by the Election Commission so far. Why were duplicates not deleted from the voter list is another question that arises. Is this a test of credibility for the Election Commission as well? Because there are certainly errors that have crept into the voter list. These are some of the big questions that we are going to be debating. Amongst other points, let's quickly open this up and take it across to our panelists. My first question is to Ashutosh Mishra. Ashutosh Mishra, Mr. Rahul Gandhi is leader of opposition. He's not an ordinary politician. He has immense resources at his disposal. Surely, if Times Now within 24 hours could do this ground check, and if his team has been preparing this for months or years or whatever time has been taken, surely some due diligence could have been done on ground. Because you're saying that 22 votes were done by this Brazilian model, and we've shown how that is clearly untrue.
Well, that photograph had 22 voters card, had the same photograph. No. And this wouldn't have happened.
No, this did not happen.
This wouldn't have. His allegation.
The allegation is that the rolls had it, but the IDs did not have it. We've shown you. We've shown you the IDs.
One of the IDs was Aadhaar card. It wasn't a voter card. I was also watching that. Please go and
check. Which ID was Aadhaar card?
One of the ladies had an Aadhaar card in her hand, not the voter's card. So let me complete, then you will understand.
They have election card. You don't trust the voter of this nation. That is the problem. No, a voter speaks on camera that this is my ID card, this is how I voted, and you doubt the voter of this nation. That is the entire problem. Because you are not willing to admit reality. You want to come to power based on fakery or some Gen Z protest or some regime change. That a voter on camera you disprove. That's what a BJP person does.
So let me if you don't hear the whole thing, this is the game that BJP plays.
There is no game.
Not letting people
Please don't
speak.
doubt citizens of this country.
Make your point.
And everyone who speaks against Rahul Gandhi is Raja Harishchand. Otherwise, Rahul Gandhi is.
So this voter is lying.
So this 2023. Let's start with 2023 and these
one second. We are discussing the vote chori charges. On the vote chori charges, there will be counter arguments. All arguments will be heard.
Yeah, so if you let me,
but let's stick to what the people are telling us. We are not making this up.
So if you let me finish, if you don't,
फैक्ट्स एक और चेक है कि ब्राजील से जो मॉडल है उसने कुछ कहा है, क्या उस पर फैक्ट चेक किया आपने?
बिल्कुल कहा है, वो कह रही है कि मेरा 20 साल पुराना फोटो है।
सोशल मीडिया पर पूरा चल रहा है कि मेरा फोटो लगा हुआ है।
बिल्कुल, वो डिनाई कर रही है कि कहीं पे भी उसका नाम यूज किया या
सोशल मीडिया पर
डिनाई कर रही है। Anyway, Ashutosh Mishra, answer the question: should Mr. Rahul Gandhi not have done his due diligence before making these charges in the public domain as LOP?
So let's talk about Rahul Gandhi making these charges public. You asked a question: isn't EC responsible for this? Now, what has EC done? Why this happened? Let us just presume for a moment why there was duplication of photographs. In 2023, EC stopped using a software which would have detected this duplication, and this wouldn't have happened, and Rahul Gandhi wouldn't have got a chance to even make this charge. So the problem lies in the year 2023. Because 2023 is the year when the Supreme Court made a ruling about who should be there on the election selection of chief election commissioners and election commissioners.
I'm going to come to that. That's a separate issue. One second.
How vote chori charge? Why vote chori? Why
selection? One second.
Why vote chori is a serious thing? You have to understand that.
Please allow me. We are talking about the voter list. We will come to the election and the selection.
Why has that happened? That's what I'm coming to that.
Sir, do not confuse points. We're raising an issue of deduplication. I'm allowing that question. So please, one second. Why was Why was the deduplication software removed? We've heard Mr. Ganesh Kumar say that is not going to be used in the case of S.I.R because it's an intensive door-to-door survey. Is that explanation enough? This could have been avoided, says Ashutosh. Your response?
Ashutosh or other people who are defending Rahul Gandhi, they should see this. This is what Rahul Gandhi is today. A crying baby who knows he's going to lose election. So there is
Rahul Gandhi has reduced you to 246.
Can I?
So please don't make these empty.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We lost 32 seats by only 32,000 votes. We could have got another 32 seats and we could have crossed to 72 level. We lost. वोट चोरी होती तो हम कर लेते वोट चोरी.
कर नहीं पाए ठीक से. That's what he
said. आप देखो. मैंने कहा ना वो ये मुझे नेक्स्ट टाइम इनकी पिक्चर ऐसी बनानी पड़ेगी. वो छोटे बच्चे.
No personal comment. Sir, don't cry like a small child. Why no deduplication software?
No. Issue is what S.I.R is happening. And all their issues will be resolved in S.I.R. Could they produce a single person whose vote has been deleted in Bihar and he is still a voter? No. Or could they get someone, those 69 lakh voters?
मीडिया पे आज चल रहा है 5 लोगों का कल बच्चे उसके घर से काट दिया, वो खड़ा होकर रो रहा है.
कौन? किसका? सोशल मीडिया पे किसका?
आप जाइए
और
आप बताएंगे.
स्पेसिफिक
माधव जी, बिहार के चुनाव में SIR की प्रक्रिया जब प्रारंभ हुई थी उसी समय हम लोगों ने विरोध किया था, प्रक्रिया पर संदेह किया था कि प्रक्रिया गलत है, गलत टाइमिंग था, SIR की प्रक्रिया करना ही गलत था। बिहार में मानसून का समय चल रहा था, बाढ़ था।
एक सेकंड, मेरा सवाल आपसे बहुत सिंपल है। आज इलेक्शन कमीशन कह रही है कि एक भी अपील फाइल नहीं हुई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से। कहां थे सारे कंप्लेंट?
देखिए बिहार की जनता जिस समय SIR की बिहार के 73% भूभाग, मानसून का समय होता है, भूभाग बाढ़ में डूबा हुआ था। वो टेक्नोलॉजी से इतना उपलब्ध नहीं होता उसके पास, उसने देखा ही नहीं वोटर लिस्ट में उसका नाम है कि नहीं है। जब वो वोट गिराने गए तो देख रहे उसका नाम कटा हुआ।
सॉरी मिस्टर राजकुमार राजन, जब SIR की प्रक्रिया चल रही थी उस टाइम कहीं पे बाढ़ नहीं थी, शुरुआती
बिल्कुल थी। आप बिहार का नहीं है, आप बिहार का नहीं जानते हैं। 73% भूभाग, ये देख लीजिए, आप चेक कीजिए, 73% भूभाग बिहार का बाढ़ पानी में डूबा रहता है। लोग घर से बाहर निकल के ऊपर जाते हैं।
SIR जब चल रही थी, हमने इसी स्टूडियो में खड़े होकर डिबेट किए थे। उस टाइम एटलीस्ट द फर्स्ट 4 weeks that were there was no question of any बाढ़ coming in. Yes, monsoon would have started, but you know this argument, would you like to respond to it? बाढ़ हो रही थी इसलिए हम कंप्लेंट नहीं कर पाए।
नहीं, बाढ़ की बात नहीं है। बाढ़ तो इनके वक्त में आता था जब कनेक्टिविटी टूट जाता था। हम मधुबनी
बाढ़ से अभी मुक्ति मिल गई है।
आई एम कमिंग टू द पॉइंट ऑफ वोट चोरी। वोट चोरी की जो ये लोग बात कर रहे हैं, जस्ट prior to 2 or 3 days before this election in Bihar, he made the statement, Rahul Gandhi made the statement of this vote chori in Haryana. Just tell me, अगर किसी का वोट चोरी हो रहा है तो आप इलेक्शन कमीशन, there is a procedure, you can go to the election commission, you can make a written complaint. Just 1 minute,
आशुतोष जी, this is not correct. This is not correct. I have
election commission में जाओ, you can approach to the court. And what happened in the SIR matter, ये 17 अक्टूबर का ऑर्डर आया है सुप्रीम कोर्ट का, सर्वोच्च न्यायालय का है। कम से कम उस पर यकीन रखिए आप लोग, डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री है। न्यायालय
हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट नहीं जाते, आधार कार्ड को नहीं जोड़ा जाता।
राजन जी, आधार कार्ड को क्या उन्होंने एड्रेस प्रूफ माना है, आइडेंटिटी प्रूफ माना है,
कागजात के शब्द के रूप में माना गया है।
ओनली एज एन आईडी प्रूफ।
एक चीज
इसका मतलब सब ठीक हुआ ना?
माधव जी,
ये
उस ऑर्डर में ये बोला था ब्लैंकेट फॉर्मूला एप्लीकेबल नहीं होगा। ये लोग जो किसी के बारे में बोलते हैं वोट चोरी हो गया, अगर कोई भी अग्रीव्ड है, अगर किसी के साथ ऐसा हो रहा है, दे आर बीइंग डिप्राइव्ड ऑफ देयर राइट टू वोट, वो अप्रोच कर सकते हैं कोर्ट को और उसमें संज्ञान लिया जाएगा, कॉग्निजेंस लिया जाएगा। तो एक भी नहीं किया। एलओपी की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है कि वो कुछ ऐसे स्टेटमेंट बने। दिस इज नॉट द फर्स्ट टाइम व्हेन ही इज मेकिंग सच काइंड ऑफ एलिगेशंस और इश्यूज। व्हेन he runs out of issues, Rahul Gandhi runs out of issues, he makes such kind of allegations to divert the public, to divert the people, and recently he is trying to create a background for this Bihar election.
सोशल मीडिया पर भरा पड़ा है कि
राजकुमार जी, आप दो पैनलिस्ट हैं, यहाँ पे 2 पैनलिस्ट हैं जिन्होंने कुछ बोला नहीं है, प्लीज। I cannot allow this. This is not acceptable. This is not acceptable.
कर्नाटक, तेलंगाना और झारखंड में वोट चोरी नहीं होता है जहां पे आप जीत जाते हैं।
What did the Supreme Court say as far as Aadhaar is concerned?
Supreme Court is very clear on the order, and I would just carry his point forward. If they are happy with the Supreme Court order on Aadhaar card, equally there are laws in this nation. You are happy with the court process. If anybody is doing vote chori, anybody is doing multiple voting, anybody is tampering with it, they're all criminal offenses. You are in state governments also in various states as a Gadbandhan, as a India coalition. Why haven't you arrested people, put them in jail? You have all the investigative tools, and you come to this nation and say, because once you take a criminal case to court, you have to prove it in court. You can carry out arrests, you can file charge sheets, you can prosecute people. We have been hearing about this vote chori. Before that, we have been hearing about so many choris. Why don't you prosecute one single case, and if there's a genuine case, we would all come out and say this is wrong. But you can't prosecute a case because you don't have any facts, and then you keep shouting in TV studios. So please prosecute a case.
Rajkumar Rajan ji, Supreme Court ne jo kaha hai, 1 second, just 1 second. Since we are on Supreme Court, Rajkumar Rajan, we are seeing too much passion, too little reason. ये कहा है सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कि बहुत पैशनेट आर्ग्यूमेंट्स है, लेकिन रीजन और प्रूफ के तौर पे कुछ नहीं दिया जा रहा।
नहीं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में जो 11 कागजात सूची के थे, 12वां पर जोड़ा गया है। उसके बाद अब तो प्रमाण नहीं होता। कागज को स्वीकार किया गया है, आधार कार्ड को।
1 second, ये पॉलिटिकल मंच नहीं है, दिस इज अ स्टूडियो, दिस इज अ न्यूज़ स्टूडियो। 1 second.
In case of Karnataka, Jharkhand and Telangana, where he voted.
Okay, and let me
कर्नाटक में 22 लाख वोट कटे थे, तब तो
RP Singh, let me bring the other panelists also.
इनका मतलब ये चित भी मेरा, पट भी मेरा। सुप्रीम कोर्ट के एक जजमेंट, एक ऑर्डर को मानेंगे आधार कार्ड वाले को, और दूसरे ऑर्डर को नहीं मानेंगे।
All right, let me bring in Pratik Som. Pratik, so one day before voting in Bihar, suddenly Rahul Gandhi recollects what has happened in Haryana. Why is that? Is it to influence voters in Bihar? Is a question that BJP has been asking.
No, there's something more to it, Madhav. See, there is a clear statistical disconnect insofar as Haryana is concerned. I'll tell you the case of my party. In 2019, JJP got a clear mandate of 16% votes and 10 seats. We came in the coalition. Now, if you see the history of Haryana, so far as the regional party, previously NLD and now JJP, we had a rural support of 10%. Now the ECI data in this 2024 elections shows us at 1%. If you will see the the presentation by Mr. Rahul Gandhi, he flagged 3 constituencies: Barda, Narnaud and Uchanakala. Uchanakala is from where Mr. Dushyant Chautala contest. All these 3 seats were with JJP in 2019 elections, and we have seen a sliding of 1%. That is unbelievable. That cannot happen. Now this national party who has been alleged to do this have a history. Let me complete. Let me complete. Now he says that 25 lakh votes has been manipulated. Do you know the difference of votes in BJP and Congress in Haryana election? 39.09% votes Congress has got, 39.95% votes BJP has got. If you are doing debate, do it on some statistics without making a fish market. Let
me give you a statistic.
Now I'll tell you one more thing.
I'm going to give you a statistic. One second, Pratik, so answer my statistic.
If you will convert it into votes, that will not even cross 2 lakhs.
Okay,
now the allegation has come
answer my question.
Rahul Gandhi manipulation.
The statistics here,
where is the nation going? Why the election commission cannot do an independent audit?
Questions of the election commission can be asked. I have absolutely no problem. You can direct those questions towards the BJP. But since you are talking about statistics, this is what Mr. Rahul Gandhi has said. He said Congress won 73 seats in Haryana Assembly election in postal ballots, and he has implied that postal and actual ballots are supposed to be directionally similar, and therefore there is vote chori in the state. But this is a very misleading claim, sir, because postal ballots are only 0.57% of the total votes. If you're winning in postal ballots, does that mean you're automatically winning?
That is my point. That is my point. Out of the 2 crore votes, you are doing postal ballot only on 0.5%. In the entire political history of India, in the entire political history of India, have you ever seen such decline of a regional party who came with a mandate of more than 16%
Sir, regional
and ridden to 1%?
In the past.
You tell me any other party
will
which
say
has
we
come.
won 2 elections in Delhi.
See, I am from Haryana. I know one thing. There was not even an iota of doubt that BJP is going to repeat in Haryana. I was there in this debate when the exit polls were coming. You know it that why Haryana is being shown, because the thin margin and the way each seat has been manipulated. I will not shy away from saying.
The thin margin, I want to respond from this side. Ishran, you can take that question. Very small. Thin margin shows that there is some kind of manipulation. Is the charge of
Himachal, let's go by the Himachal case. But total election we lost by less than 30,000 votes. 0.7%. We never made a hue and cry after that. It's because they don't have narrative to take, and it's all I'm telling you. After election, they're going to say, Bihar mein vote chori ho gayi, my election aar gaye. That's all. There's nothing more. I just told you that in Telangana, 22 lakhs were deleted, 22 lakh voters were deleted. They were appreciating. Mr. Abu Abhishek Manu Singhvi held a press conference saying 70 lakh vote, nakli hai kaato. Just before the parliamentary election, 5 lakh voters were driven from the Hyderabad, Mr. Oasis constituency. He still won the election. And all those seats and all those polling stations where Mr. Rahul Gandhi was talking about, let me talk of Sweetie. Booth number 199, Congress won this booth by 199 votes. Sunita, booth number 183, Congress again won this booth by 183 votes. Manjeet, I mean, all these where he's raising questions about that lady, Brazilian lady's name being fake. Every booth, Congress has won. So who has done the vote chori?
So कहाँ vote चोरी हुई? अगर कांग्रेस ने वहाँ जीता है, Vivek Sailas ji, then where is the question of vote chori? Is the question BJP is asking?
Look, I will give it a different perspective. You know, there was a time when the people of our country, you know, regarded and respected the Election Commission more than the Supreme Court. There was a time they had full faith. But if you go, the surveys that are coming, more than 30% people today, as of now, don't trust in the Election Commission. They have their doubt. So there has to be something. If we see I'm not talking about the political parties, Samajwadi or the Bharatiya Janata Party or others, but there has to be something, you know, substantial, that why people are thinking like this. You know, because when the Vice President of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Kerala says that we are going to win the elections and we'll call the voters from Kashmir to vote in Kerala. That has not been said by any other party but the Vice President of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Kerala. You know, special.
You are accepting that we have.
Did I speak a word, Singh Saab?
Okay, make your point.
I don't interrupt.
Make
and
your
I
point.
don't have
Make your
to.
point.
No.
Let him make his point. Let him make his point. Yeah.
You know, if you come to Bihar, if you see digital voters are not being allowed to vote. People going to vote, उनको कहा जा रहा है कि आपका वोट पड़ गया. We can see it. There's a village in Chhapra where 150 votes in the entire village is deleted and people are just stranded. They can't vote. You know, votes are not being provided to people in Bihar to cross the Ganges and go and vote. So such things are. Who's doing such things? There has to be something behind it, you know. There has to be a force that is doing it behind. And if you see our national president in Lok Sabha, what he said, कि मैं 80 के 80 वोट भी अगर उत्तर प्रदेश में सीट उत्तर प्रदेश में लोकसभा की जीत जाऊंगा, फिर भी मुझे मशीन पे यकीन नहीं होगा, because there is although we defeated the Bharatiya Janata Party in Uttar Pradesh. We are the biggest party in Uttar Pradesh, bigger than the Bharatiya Janata Party.
If they're fixing elections, why have your party won over 50 seats in Uttar Pradesh?
I think if the elections were not fixed in 2024, the Bharatiya Janata Party would have been somewhere around 100 seats.
Sir, कैसी बातें कर रहे हैं?
कैसी बातें करते हैं?
Let's be a little realistic, and we should speak with proof. Is all I'm saying.
Madhav, let's be on basic proof. It cannot be a ground that a regional party got X vote share and the vote share has fallen, so that means there is some vote chori. I'll give just two examples. Uttar Pradesh, one of our friends is from there. What has happened to BSP from ruling the state alone? What is the vote share? And even before that, a regional party, a very famous party in Assam, which swept to power. Where is that party today? Fortunes of party rise and fortunes of party fall, but that is no proof of any vote chori. The other aspects, if BJP was managing vote chori, then they wouldn't have been reduced. As my learned friend says, they have been reduced to 240. Our nation is a nation of maths. Our children are doing well all over the world on maths. Let it not be said on national television that somebody gets 99%, but the person getting 240 is being reduced. So at least let's be honest to maths, that who is getting what vote share, and then talk on facts and on proof.
Okay, Ashutosh.
So maths, Congress increased to 99, BJP fell to 240. Maths, simple maths.
Who's winning? But who's more?
No,
Who's winning?
Who's got
math says about who's winning.
So the thing
But you're still not higher than them, no? You need more seats than them to win.
It's a long
I scored 99.
That is the thing. It is
I
a
need to
long
answer
fight.
this. Okay,
And when I was speaking earlier, what did Dr. Ambedkar say? He said that tomorrow, he feared rather in the Constituent Assembly that tomorrow there might be a ruler who will not choose people worthy of election commission. And that is what has been questioned for last many years.
Just 2 points. I will not dispute my friend because you cannot convince somebody who knows he is wrong but still will stick to his point. 99 is less than 240. If in the last match, because India follows cricket, I scored 300, you scored 50. Next match, I scored 240, you scored 99. You have still lost. I don't know what you can celebrate that.
This is not a cricket match. It's
even in actually the same thing.
It's a long fight, and that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's a long fight. No, it's a long fight where you are fighting against forces which you have to bring down. Why was this whole structure of electing?
Can I ask a question, please?
Election Commission has changed.
Okay.
That was
on election want to say on election commission. I want to say
That is why.
Why was this changed?
Yes,
Quick
no,
response.
let me answer that.
The next.
When Dr. Ambedkar failed, what happened with Mr. Naveen Chawla? What happened with Mr. M.S. Gill? Do you know how they were elected? And I am not pro. Let me answer.
Then and your don't today.
When you talk about Naveen Chawla, no charges. Naveen Chawla. Let me answer.
Who told you to call this charges on the toilet?
On Naveen Chawla, you
We can't hear you if everyone shouts at the same time.
On Naveen Chawla, charges were not made by a political party. They were made by the Chief Election Commissioner himself, who said, first decide. You said no charges were made. You said no charges.
Once again, by that logic, if somebody's made a union minister after being CC, what about that? That's not conflict of interest?
So here conflict of interest is very clear when you have a person
Union minister
who has been brainwashed and who has been told what is.
CC has been brainwashed.
He is a part of RSS.
Let's Mr. Aji, the logic works both ways. The shoe fits on both the feet. Let's be very clear about that. Let me quickly bring in now some of the other aspects of this. This is what Election Commission has said as far as the vote chori charges are concerned. They have said very clearly the number of appeals against TROs that were filed in the Haryana poll were nil. The number of second appeals filed against DM's order were nil. There's also the fact that number of objections put out by candidates were also nil. This is what Election Commission has said when it comes to Haryana. The EC's pointed questions for Rahul Gandhi are these. Why no claims or objections were made by Congress's BLAs? Why were there no appeals filed by the Congress party? Why were no objections raised during the revision? These are some of the questions coming in. Is Rahul Gandhi claiming that duplicates voted for the Congress party? And also, how does he know that fakes voted for the BJP? What is the concrete proof, Ashutosh Mishra, that fake voters voted for the BJP? He says our voters were cut. What is the proof of that?
Can I just add a small point? You just now told that they lost, and where were the leaders? Where were the BLS? It means it's not fake, it's the fake leadership and fake leaders on the ground who only do just rituals. And it's not me saying, it's the Congress leaders day after day saying. Sampal Singh, who just resigned from the Congress, 6-time MLAs, finance minister, he said there is lack of leadership, there is no coordination, there is no cohesiveness. Shelja, she said, oh, this is complete failure of the leadership. So
it's a fact, Ashutosh Mishra, that there was infighting in the Congress unit of the Haryana. The infighting is continuing 1 year after the Haryana elections. And if your leaders were there on ground, what were they doing? What are the BLAs doing?
And as my friend pointed out, that small difference in vote percentage, why Congress still lost.
Himachal, sir.
And
Himachal,
he's saying that we lost a small percentage.
0.7%.
Every small percent vote is going to be disputed.
0.7%. And total of, I mean, if you count this, total of 12,000 votes.
Okay, answer my question.
So, can you repeat your question? Because in this...
You've lost the question. The question is, what were your agents doing? What were your leaders doing? That it takes you 1 year after the election to figure out there were problems in the voter list. Why are the voter lists distributed then?
No, the point is, he has already answered when the voter list was distributed. Rahul Gandhi has already answered your question on that. Now, why it took a year?
There were no draft voter lists put out at that point of time. Your leaders did not demand it.
He said they got it late. They didn't have the time to check.
Following the election, an election petition can be filed in what, 30, 40 days? Is correct? Was there any election notice?
Rahul Gandhi has
Please let him answer. I'll come to you. Let him answer.
I was coming to this point, as he has again pointed out. First of all, why is now EC changing the rules that we will delete within 45 days whatever footage is there? When they are asked to provide, they say, "अरे औरतों की बेइज्जती, औरतों की वो नहीं सामने करना चाहते." जिसका जवाब लोगों ने दिया था कि भाई आप बहनों और माओ का नहीं करना चाहिए,
महिलाओं की बेइज्जती होगी, उनकी प्राइवेसी डिस्टर्ब होगी, यह आर्गुमेंट है इलेक्शन में।
इसी ने कहा था।
हाँ, so इसी का जवाब let her respond to that।
पूरा करने दीजिए। नहीं, ये
you made a point। What is that point?
ये जो बोल रहे हैं फेयर इलेक्शन करवाना इलेक्शन कमीशन का काम होता है, राइट? अब उसमें बुर्का ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है या कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन?
लेकिन जिम्मेदारी भी उसकी होती है, पारदर्शिता होनी चाहिए चुनाव आयोग के तमाम गतिविधि में।
This is not correct. RP Singh, this is not correct. Shweta Priya only.
एक चीज मुझे कहना है, by making such allegations, they are trying to tarnish the faith of people of India in the constitution and its constitutional institutions. So this is very dangerous to the democratic country like us, like India. तो इसमें सबसे बड़ी बात ये इन लोगों को समझना पड़ेगा, फेयर इलेक्शन की बात हम लोग करते हैं तो ये बुर्का लाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। मुझे नहीं लगता है किसी भी जो हिंदुस्तानी है, सबसे पहले सब हिंदुस्तानी है, चाहे वो हिंदू हो या मुसलमान हो।
ये बात बीजेपी ने किया है, लगातार चीफ मिनिस्टर बिहार में जा रहे हैं, कह रहे हैं कि बुर्का हटाओ, बुर्का हटा के देखा जाना चेहरा। ये तो
दिखाने में क्या दिक्कत है? मुझे नहीं लगता किसी को ऑब्जेक्शन होगा
मैं सवाल
होने के लिए अगर चेहरा दिखाना पड़े तो मुझे नहीं लगता इसमें कोई दिक्कत है। अगर ये डिमांड गवर्नमेंट
ये तो बिहार में जो चुनाव प्रचार जाने जा रहे हैं यूपी के चीफ मिनिस्टर वही कर रहे हैं।
इलेक्शन का एक प्रोसीजर है, मुझे नहीं लगता इसमें किसी भी हिंदुस्तानी को दिक्कत होना चाहिए। ये लोग कास्ट बेसिस पे या रिलीजन बेसिस पे मुझे नहीं लगता है।
बिहार की महिलाएं
आपस में
हिंदू महिलाएं घूंघट डालती है,
बात तो करने दीजिए।
और क्या उनको घूंघट उठा के देखा
जाएगा? अगर जरूरत पड़ेगा तो देखा जाएगा,
खिलाफ है।
देखा जाए संस्कृति
कल्चर जनमानस में बसा हुआ है, बड़ों के लिए घूंघट उठाया जाता है, क्या उसको उठा के देखा जाएगा?
ये जो सोसाइटी बनाया है ना, ये बुर्का अगर हिंदू में भी देखें तो बुर्का
एयरपोर्ट पर चेकिंग होती है। एक सेकंड
की बात आप सुन रहे हैं,
एयरपोर्ट पर चेकिंग होती है कि नहीं?
एयरपोर्ट और चुनाव, देखिए एयरपोर्ट और चुनाव मतदान करने वक्त
एक सेकंड एयरपोर्ट पे क्यों
हजारों लाखों महिलाएं बिहार की घर से
एयरपोर्ट पे क्यों चेकिंग होती है?
आज भी घूंघट डालती है।
एयरपोर्ट पे क्यों चेकिंग होती है बताइए जरा।
नहीं तो आप
एयरपोर्ट पे क्यों चेकिंग होती है?
दृष्टि से कीजिए
सर, सुरक्षा के पर्पस के लिए महिला पुलिस
दृष्टिकोण से नहीं,
महिला पुलिस
दृष्टिकोण से किया जा रहा है।
महिला पुलिस नहीं कर सकते।
वोटर आईडी बुर्का के साथ बने, वोटर आईडी जब बनता है।
आरपी सिंह, calm down, that's not the argument. The point is,
सिर्फ एक पॉइंट मुझे बोलना है, इसके बाद भले ही आप मुझे मौका ना दे, सिर्फ एक चीज मुझे बोलना है। ये लोग जो बोलते हैं ये कल्चर का पार्ट है, आप इतिहास पढ़िए। ये घूंघट लगाने का या घूंघट तानने का प्रथा कब शुरू हुआ था? जब ब्रिटिश
सरकार लगता है बिहार से सरोकार नहीं रखती है। अगर बिहार से सरोकार रखती है
भारत को देखिए ना, आप बिहार पे क्यों आ रहे हैं? आप भारत को देखिए ना, भारत का कल्चर क्या रहा है? हिंदुओं का कल्चर भी देख लीजिए, मुसलमानों का
महिला है कि नहीं है।
मजबूरी में लाया गया, एक मजबूरी में लाया गया सिचुएशन था घूंघट ताना ब्रिटिशर्स से, और मुगल जब आए थे उनसे बचने के लिए था। अगर आप हिंदू धर्म को जानते हैं, पुराने टाइम में
बिहार की संस्कृति का हमारे दिल्ली में रहती है, इसलिए आपको पता नहीं है।
जवाब दीजिए।
आप लोग तो बोलेंगे सती प्रथा भी, क्योंकि प्रथा चला दिया गया तो
सती प्रथा की बात कर रही है। देखिए माधव जी बिहार के संस्कृति को जो जानता है वो ये समझता होगा।
राजन जी, एक सिंपल सवाल का जवाब दीजिए। अगर महिला पुलिसकर्मी चेक करिए तो उसमें क्या आपत्ति आपको?
बिल्कुल आपत्ति नहीं है, लेकिन जो दृष्टिकोण सुनिए, जो दृष्टिकोण अपनाया जा रहा है वो सब बहुत उसमें छिपा हुआ है। क्या बुर्का उठाने के संदर्भ में बात करते हैं? हिंदू संस्कृति में हिंदू घरों की महिलाओं को आप संस्कृति के बीच में उभारना
नहीं, चौक चौराहे पे सुरक्षा प्रदान कर रही है, वो अपनी संस्कृति को फॉलो नहीं कर रही है। नहीं, वो अपनी संस्कृति को फॉलो नहीं कर रही है।
Okay, calm down. Ladies and gentlemen, calm down. Let's come back to Vote Chori. I want to ask a simple question. One second, allow me. Simple question that I want to ask. One second, sir, please calm down. Allow me to conduct this debate. Simple question. Rahul Gandhi says, it is not my fault if the voter list is faulty. Ashutosh, please. One by one, sir. This is not the way to do it. Everyone start jumping like this. Please calm down. Rahul, I'll come back to you. There's enough time left.
Because I want to tell you that this statement was made by the
No, this is not a free for all. This is not a free for all.
This wasn't made by the opposition party.
Please allow others to speak as well.
No,
Simple question.
you wasted
Simple
so much
question for
time
Pratik.
because you didn't listen to what I was
please
saying,
allow
yeah.
me to conduct the debate, Ashutosh. This is the way debate. Unfortunately, people choose to shout. That's not my problem. Mr. Pratik, so simple problem. Rahul Gandhi comes out and says it's not my fault if the voter list is faulty. We all know that voter list making is a participative process. Yes, hold the election commission accountable. Yes, if there are errors, you should ask questions. But at the BLA level, at the party level, our political party is not consulted. Our draft voters list not consulted. You are a member of the JJP. Can any political party say no? Ye meri responsibility nahi hai.
First of all, I would like to say that it is, really surprising the political immaturity of Congress and its leader. Do you know why the petition in Supreme Court was not entertained on the basis of, on the issue of vote chori? Even a one-day lawyer knows that when you approach the Constitutional Court, you have to first represent to the body against which you are taking a remedy. In this particular case, Supreme Court was being approached without even giving a representation to the Election Commission. On such stupid issue, they have got this petition dismissed. Congress and its leader, with having stalwart lawyers with them, they should first know that if they have a grievance, and such a big grievance on which we are debating, they have not even represented their case to the Election Commission. They should first represent it to the Election Commission and then go to Supreme Court and not get a dismissal on such frivolous issues.
Okay, relevant point. Respond to that.
So first of all, let me go.
No, first answer this question. He's asking
Why did you not go to Election Commission? You have a grievance with them. You should first go to them.
Now we know why they have been reduced to 1%.
No, that's the most stupid argument. See, if you want to have such debate, if you not saying anything against me, you were supporting me.
Still there. The point is there. The point.
Don't reduce yourself to a laughing stock. Please give a rebuttal on logic.
You have reduced yourself to a laughing stock.
Everybody knows.
Okay, no personal comments.
You must
answer the question. He's waiting for your answer.
So his answer will be given by the Congress party. What I want to just point out
since the debate has started.
I will make a very small point. In the last, we were talking about Election Commission not providing the footage, and it was the Election Commission which said that वो माँ बहनों की इज्जत को छुपाने के लिए पर्दे में रखने के लिए. It wasn't the opposition party, so she got confused कि ये किसी opposition party ने कहा है, किसी ने नहीं कहा ये. This was the reason given by the Election Commission. Why they will not release? Why they will not release? Because their blinkered Hindu Muslim view is pathetic.
I'll answer this question. Has the Election Commission allowed machine readable data? Has it allowed machine readable data? Has the Supreme Court allowed what has been claimed by the opposition parties that they want machine readable data? Has that demand been accepted?
Has that debate been settled yet? My question is, has that debate been settled yet? It hasn't been.
No, it has not been allowed simply because there are privacy issues there.
The question,
there are serious privacy issues there, sir, whether you admit it or not.
No, but the thing is that the same women were saying, I mean, it was the women voters who were saying कि भाई आप जो है औरतों का छिपाना चाहते हैं, लेकिन दामादों और आदमियों का तो दे सकते थे footage. Why were you hiding all the footage?
Partial voter list.
So it was they were hiding footage because they didn't want to share
manipulation. He is not even aware about the two different aspects.
That petition. Why this?
Madhav, that petition.
Listen to his counter.
That petition was pertaining to EVM manipulation, not of the vote chori. He should be aware that what has happened in the Supreme Court on 12th of October.
It's a question of EC.
You are not even aware of the fact that the contention you are making.
I am talking about EC. I am talking about EC not being transparent and EC not being trusted by the opposition parties. That's why what he was saying. Why they didn't go
EVM manipulation
because they did not trust the EC.
Absolutely, they are two separate cases. They are two separate cases. But I want to bring in this. Let me bring in this current.
और चुनाव में देखा वोट गिराने गए उसके पहले उसका वोट गिर चुका था.
एक सेकंड.
ये वोट चोरी नहीं है तो क्या है?
आ रहे हैं आपके पास. इसका simple question that I have to ask you is this: that maybe some of the things that Rahul Gandhi has claimed, whatever we've been able to fact check, he is not factually correct. But if there are serious issues of the voter rolls, where, for instance, in the rolls there are certain pictures that have been misrepresented, and it's not like the Election Commission has got its voter list data completely right. there are some errors. They may be clerical errors. We don't know if they're clerical or whether they're genuine or whether they're manipulated errors.
Yes,
so there is some serious answering that the Election Commission and the system also has to do.
More the need for
Madhav, please understand, if there are, let's say, 100 crore voters in this country, it's an enormous exercise. There are going to be clerical errors and we should all be honest about it. But are they clerical errors or are they a conspiracy of crime? That is what the debate is all about, right? Who has to prove it? You keep on making allegations without any substance to them. You have the approach to Supreme Court. Certain orders of the Supreme Court you're happy with, but other orders where Supreme Court does not believe your allegations you're not happy with, forget Supreme Court. You can go to any court. You have state police with you. You can investigate using the state police of what is happening in the election. If there are bogus voters, if there are people who are manipulating electoral records, you have recourse to all actions by being in government as well as by going to any court in this country, moving a private complaint if anybody wants to. So you don't want to exercise any of these options. What you want to do is, I will not comment on Congress's legal strategy, but sometimes it's also could be a strategy that you don't want a case to be decided. So you want to get it dismissed.
Is this the case, Vivek Salas, that you don't want the case to be decided? So you're muddying the waters. You just muddy the waters so that there's a lot of confusion and chaos.
That if Rahul Gandhi is misleading this country, as spoken by the other panelists, why doesn't the election commissioner or the election commission file an FIR against him? If he is misleading the country, they should have filed the FIR. Abhi tak to kar bhi dena chahiye tha.
But if you have the evidence, why don't you go to court?
Why is the election commission quiet and the Bharatiya Janata Party is defending? And why is the Bharatiya Janata Party and the spokesperson are always ready to defend the election commission? That is the question. It is between Rahul Gandhi and the election commission. Why is Bharatiya Janata Party jumping into that?
Between Rahul Gandhi and the election commission, why are you so interested? Bharatiya Janata Party. Respond.
We are a political party, as they are. So whatever.
You are an agent of the election commission.
No, but you are alleging. See, if you are alleging that they are misusing the election commission, then they will respond.
Then please provide us the CC footage.
Can I?
Why the election commission not quiet on that? Please provide the CCTV footage.
Institution. That's
provide the, you know what, digital data.
RP Singh.
वो इलेक्शन कमीशन ने ठप्पा लगाकर अपने से बोला मिसलीडिंग, फॉल्स. Mr. Rahul Gandhi should. Do you know who mislead? Man who's a fabricator, man who's a thief. They mislead. So इसे Mr. Rahul Gandhi should file a defamation case against election commission that you are saying I'm misleading. Why don't Mr. Rahul Gandhi file a case against election commission? Because he knows that once he files a case and matter in the court, it will fall flat. All that what he has done. I mean, he said that 222 votes were casted in one day by a woman. If that is true, then every 3 minutes he was casting vote and jumping one booth to other booth. How is it possible? So actually, problem is even the story writers, script writers doesn't provide him a good script also.
Script writers are not giving a good script.
Because in 2023, Modi government brought a law where CEC and election commissioners have been given legal immunity. They cannot be taken to court. They will not be
Sonia Gandhi took the election commissioner. Sonia Gandhi used to nominate election commissioner. Naveen nominate kiya.
Let me come back to Dr. Rajkumar Rajan. One second, RP Singh. Rajkumar Rajan, सवाल ये उठाया जा रहा है that when Rahul Gandhi comes out and says अब की बार बिहार, क्या आप ये कह रहे हैं कि बिहार की जो भी रिजल्ट आती है वो अभी से इलेजिटिमेट है? क्या कहीं ना कहीं एक तरह से एक समा बांधा जा रहा है कि हार की तैयारी हो रही है? दैट इज आर्गुमेंट कमिंग फ्रॉम बीजेपी साइड.
देखिए माधव जी, पिछले दिनों बिहार में चुनाव हुआ, सोशल मीडिया और तमाम तरह के सेंट्रल मीडिया में आप देखें जो फुटेज आ रहे हैं, इंटरव्यूज लिए जा रहे हैं, वोट गिराने लोग जाते हैं, मतदाता सूची में नाम है, फोटो दूसरे का लगा हुआ है और वहां जाता है उससे पहले कि वो वोट गिराए, उससे पहले उसके नाम पर कोई और वोट गिरा रहा है.
कहां हुआ है ये?
बिहार में मीडिया में देखिए आप.
स्पेसिफिक्स बताइए, कौन से आप
देखिए. मुझे पटना में, पटना छपरा बहुत सारे कंप्लेन किए हैं. दूसरी बात,
छपरा बूथ नंबर 147
वोटर लिस्ट में गया, उसका नाम ही वोटर लिस्ट में नहीं है, जेन्युइन है, पिछले साल दिया है. तमाम इस तरह के जो गतिविधि है, आप देखिए एक फैक्ट्स मैं रखना चाहता हूं बिहार के संदर्भ में. सितंबर 2025 में टेक्निकल ग्रुप ऑफ पॉपुलेशन प्रोजेक्शन भारत सरकार की जो संस्था है, उसने बिहार में वयस्क मतदाता 8 करोड़ 22 लाख थे. जब S.I.R की प्रक्रिया शुरू हुई तो 7 करोड़ 89 लाख हुए और फाइनल लिस्ट आया तो 7 करोड़ 42 लाख हो गए. 80 लाख मतदाता कहाँ गए?
आप कहाँ गए?
वही 80 लाख मतदाता है जिनका नाम सूची में नहीं है, वो मतदान करने जा रहे हैं, वो उनका नाम ही नहीं है। जेनवीर मतदाताओं का नाम से बाहर कर दिया गया।
65 लाख नाम काटे गए। इलेक्शन कमीशन कह रही है या तो मृतकों की इनमें संख्या है या फिर जिनका डुप्लीकेट वोट है या जिन्होंने अपना घर मूव किया है। क्या आप इस नंबर को कोरिलेट नहीं कर पा रहे?
देखिए, बिहार के संदर्भ, बिहार के पृष्ठभूमि को समझना होगा। वहां टेक्नोलॉजी से लोग उतने संबंध नहीं रखते हैं। आज भी गांव देहात में लोग पास मोबाइल नहीं है। उसने चेक ही नहीं किया था। जब इलेक्ट्रोल रोल आया तो उसने चेक ही नहीं किया, उसका नाम नहीं। जब वो वोट गिराया गया तब उसका नाम नहीं है। क्या बात करते हैं? नीति आयोग में बिहार सबसे गरीब राज्य है, साक्षरता सबसे कम है। सारे गरीब के मल्टी बिहार सबसे पैदा हुआ है। 20 साल से आपने वही सबसे कम है।
राजकुमार राजन, आपका कहना है कि they are technologically advanced, so therefore people will be misled. That is his argument.
See, if you after being in power for 15 years still feel you were in power 15 years from 90 to 2005 and you still believe Bihar is the poorest state, that's a reflection on you, not on anybody else. But let us come to the facts of this case, because I want to talk about facts and not on political rhetoric. As per you, if there are 80 lakh living genuine voters whose name has been cut, you are a political party. It's not that difficult to arrange 80,000 people. You will fill the Gandhi Maidan. You will, once again, no, you fill the Gandhi Maidan. No media, national or international media, would be able to avoid it. Please bring the people. Please bring at least 800 people standing on the Patna Square or any place you want to, and international media will cover it. You can't do it. Where are those 8 lakh people? They are not shouting.
कोर्ट चले जाइए सर, SIR की बात
ये
माधव जी याद होगा SIR की प्रक्रिया जब शुरू हुई थी, वहां उसी बीच में जब नाम कटा, राघोपुर के एक फैमिली के 3 मेंबर जो मृत घोषित कर दिया गया था चुनाव आयोग के द्वारा लिस्ट में, उसको हमने सुप्रीम कोर्ट में लाके देश के सामने प्रमाणित किया। SIR की प्रक्रिया में कितनी गड़बड़ियां हैं।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट में कब प्रमाणित किया आपने, सब बताइए। सुप्रीम कोर्ट में कहां किया?
सुप्रीम कोर्ट में हमने लाया था, साक्ष्य दिया था, तीनों को खड़ा किया था।
और वापस आके क्या बोला?
अब चेक करवा लीजिए।
वापस आके क्या बोला था?
कौन सी डेट के ऑर्डर में है बताइए।
उसका नाम जोड़ा गया,
ऑर्डर
कोर्ट के द्वारा जोड़ा गया।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट में आने के बाद नाम जोड़ा गया।
बताइए, आपने
मृत नाम था, मृत के नाम में लिस्टिंग में नाम था। ये पता नहीं, आप आश्चर्य है कि आप नहीं जानते हैं।
जवाब दीजिए।
माधव, झूठ बोलो,
पूरे देश में देखा है।
झूठ बोलो, बोले दीजिए जवाब, जवाब देने दीजिए।
झूठ बोलो, ढोल झूठ बोलो,
एक सेकेंड बोलने दीजिए। आप आरोप लगा रहे हैं, अरे आरोप लगा रहे, जवाब भी सुन लीजिए।
अच्छा, वो 8 लोग थे तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कोई स्ट्रक्चर पास किया उसके ऊपर? डिड सुप्रीम कोर्ट पास एनी स्ट्रक्चर? नो, actually there are more than that. I mean 22 lakh voters who were dead voters were deleted, and in all 69 lakh voters were deleted, and 21 lakh voters were added. But they couldn't present. I am giving a challenge. Out of the 69, let them get 69 voters whose name has been wrongly deleted. Not that they can't do that, because it has been a very fair process. The problem is ये हार को पहले से ही अभी खेल कर रहे हैं, हार पर खेल खेल रहे हैं। They know they could lose election.
कोर्ट ने ये भी कहा था, too much passion, too little reason. What I refer to, उसका क्या जवाब देंगे आप?
नहीं,
सुप्रीम कोर्ट भी गलत है।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने तो आदेश में 11-12वां सूची पर आधार कार्ड, ये हम लोग गए थे इसलिए, नहीं तो हजारों दलित पिछड़ों
आपने सुप्रीम कोर्ट में क्या सबूत दिया? आपने सुप्रीम कोर्ट के क्या सबूत दिया, ये बताइए। कौन सा एफिडेविट दिया है, कौन से वोटर के डिलीशन के बारे में डेटा दिया है, किस पोलिंग बूथ के बारे में डेटा आपने सुप्रीम कोर्ट में दिया, आप बताइए।
बिहार के चुनाव आयोग जिलावार, पंचायत वाइज हमने
सुप्रीम कोर्ट में क्या दिया? मैं आपसे
लिस्ट को प्रकाशित ही नहीं किया जाता है, दबाया जाता है।
अरे आर्गुमेंट के लिए मान लेते हैं कि चुनाव आयोग ने फेयरनेस के साथ डील नहीं किया, आपने सुप्रीम कोर्ट में क्या सबूत पेश किया, बताइए।
ये सबूत हमने दिया है, आप क्या सुप्रीम कोर्ट को भी दिया है, उसके बाद सुधार हुआ।
अरे सर, क्या
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा कि हम उसको कर देंगे, आप प्रवक्ता आयोग ने उसको सुधार किया जाके।
आप प्रवक्ता है एक रिस्पेक्टेड पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के, आप हमें स्पेसिफिकली बताइए बिहार के संदर्भ में आपने क्या सबूत पेश किए सुप्रीम कोर्ट के सामने?
सुप्रीम कोर्ट में हमने दिया था
क्या?
ये लिस्ट भी दिया था और चुनाव आयोग को दिया था। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जब डांट लगाई चुनाव आयोग को,
किस चीज का
अगर एक भी गड़बड़ी पकड़ा गया तो हम रद्द कर देंगे।
किस चीज का लिस्ट बताइए, जो हम पूछ रहे हैं उसका जवाब बताइए।
यही तो लिस्ट बना,
क्या लिस्ट था? क्या
लिस्ट था कि मृत व्यक्ति, जिंदा व्यक्ति है उसको मृत घोषित कर दिया गया था। यही तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट के पास हमने 60 पर प्रस्तुत किया। सुप्रीम कोर्ट के पास आदमी को लाया, खड़ा किया, जो मरे हुए जिंदा है।
कितने लोग थे लिस्ट में? कितने लोग थे उस लिस्ट में?
नहीं, वहां तो राघोपुर के तीन एक फैमिली के 3 मेंबर थे।
आपने इतनी लंबी लिस्ट थी 3 लोगों की।
अरे तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा था कि आप लाइए,
बोला था कि हमारे मुखिया हमें वहां ले गए। ये कहा था ना उन लोगों ने उसके बाद बिहार जाने के बाद। यही कहा था ना, यही कहा था ना
माधव जी,
यही कहा था ना सर, मुखिया हमारे लेके गए।
और उन केसेस में सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जब डांट लगाई चुनाव आयोग को, तो फिर पुनः उससे दोबारा ठीक किया गया।
सिंपल सवाल है, मैंने आपको पूरा मौका दिया राजन जी to try and establish what was the violation. You could not present or even recall for us what is the proof that you gave to the Supreme Court, which is exactly why the Supreme Court has not stayed the S.I.R process. This is something that is very important to remember. Yes, there are violations. Yes, there are violations.
Just 1 second. Thank you. आप सुनिए, अब तो वोटर लिस्ट ठीक है ना? अब तो नहीं रोगे ना? अब तो सब ठीक है ना? आपने कहा
अभी भी जनता,
अभी तो कहा सुप्रीम कोर्ट के कहने पे हुआ।
Okay, let's leave it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, completely out of time. Completely out of time on this edition of the National Debate. R.P. Singh, Shweta Priya, Ishkaran Bhandari, Ashutosh Mishra, Vivek Silas, Dr. Rajkumar Rajan, Prateek Som, thanks so much for joining us on this edition of the National Debate.